general conference wrecked us very hard. They came in for keyboards, right? I can control the camera however I like with this thing. There's 7 different colors. I love my mom. So wow. This has been interesting. Week 8. Yes, I gotta figure it out now. Week 8. This is week 8. This week was kind of more of a... I mean, it was slow in terms of people, but it was hardworking and all that. So I don't know really if it was a slower week, past week or not. This is Monday morning again, because Collins went a little late last night, and so we're like, heck, do it later. Trying to remember what exactly happened all this week, except for the fact that after P-Day, well, during P-Day, actually, on last Monday, took some pretty cool pictures. Yeah, we did some weird photos or whatever, me and Brinkerhoff. It actually turned out really good for what I did. I was just holding like because we have a broom that broke. Well, so it's like, it used to be a full length, but top half of it broke off, so it's now just like the bottom half of it, and so I was just holding it up in the air, and they turned out like super good photos, and I don't know, it was weird for just being super good photos. But anyway, after P-Day and all that, we got a text from a sister from the referral system, talking about if we got in contact with this person. We're like, no, but we can swing by tonight and all, because if you feel like we should probably go check it out, then we should. So we went over and checked it out. The husband answered, though they kindly turned us down, saying they were set with their Pentecostal religion. So we're like, cool. We tried visiting someone else down there. This is down in like Potts Camp, so it's like one of the areas we don't go to as much. Don't die. And we tried this one house, couldn't answer. No one answered. Then we went over to we ended up searching for a recent convert. I don't know how long ago he was a recent convert, but we were trying to find his house. We just couldn't find it for the life of us. And we're like, screw it. We can't find him. He doesn't contact us worth anything. We don't know what to do. So we just go back home. We can't do anything about that. And then Tuesday, let's just say it was a crappy day. Horse crap. So, kind of, to help you guys understand, we got called to help a member clean out this horse trailer because their son is like getting married, and so they have a bunch of furniture in the house that belongs to him. So like, oh yeah, we need to get this over to him. We're like, okay, we can help you with that. So we're like, okay, they're using this horse trailer and it hasn't been cleaned out in a while. So we're like, okay, we can clean it. And so we are all working together. He did some of the stuff. Elder Brinkerhoff did some of the stuff, and I did the blow drying. The words. Hack. Electric blower, that's what it is. Gosh dang it. I had to pause for like a couple seconds. And so Probably should have thought at first. It's an electric blower. Most of the crap's out. Now it's just all dust. Probably should have worn something a little more longer so it wouldn't be all over me. Let's just say it was a crappy situation. What? But yeah, it was interesting to say the least. But then after we got the plastic laid out and put all the stuff in, and then by this time I'm like mega thirsty and I'm like, shoot, I need water. And then our member's like, hey, we got some of these things called yoo-hoos. And I'm like, what the heck are yoo-hoos? And he gives it to me. It's like chocolate water ish thing. Chocolate, it's like that Sprite. It's like those weird flavor waters or whatever. It was kind of like that, but chocolate, and it had a chocolate look. So it kind of looked like chocolate milk. So it was like, I don't drink chocolate milk. And he's like, oh, it's not chocolate milk. I was like, huh. So he gave me a small glass to try it. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. So I take it. I started drinking. Kept drinking. I chug a whole can. And then I sit there, and they're both laughing, and I'm like looking at the can and looking at myself internally, like what the heck is wrong with me? I end up chugging 2 of these, and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? It's like, this is the first time ever I've chugged a can full of like that. Usually it takes me a little bit to drink cans or whatever. Like sometimes with Minute Maid that we have, these cans, like sometimes it takes me a little bit. But when it came to these, I just and the next thing you know, they're gone. It was interesting. But then came home, showered, because yeah, that was bad. And then got dressed and then headed out to head on to 311, which is a route we go on Tuesdays. We visited a sister again, read the Book of Mormon. Then we swung over to another less active. We met the grandson and another son. They were pretty cool, and we had burgers there, and holy crap, those were like really good burgers. And then we had that was. I also fell asleep really fast because that was a long night. Wednesday we had zone conference. That was pretty good. Passed by the FedEx World building, heading up there. We got a ride up there, right there and back, which was pretty nice. And we passed the FedEx World building, so that was pretty cool. And I had notes for zone conference, but then they got deleted unintentionally, and I got really sad because they were good notes too that I took. Gosh. Then we finally, Elder Brigham finally finished the Book of Mormon for Amanda, but yet we still have no sign to where she is. She's probably, what we finally concluded is like she's probably taking work off or something, and if she's fired, we need to know where the heck she is, and we have no way of finding that out unless. So right now, basically, well, we're gonna try again more this week because we feel like she'll be here this week. So we're like, all right, she'll probably be here this week. We have feelings about that, so let's just do that. And then, that was just Wednesday. It was pretty good. Wednesday was pretty good. Just working about daily goal setting and being bold. Yeah. Thursday. That was pretty good. It was a pretty good day. It was long, but I watched on this app called Elias Media. I watched a movie called Meet the Mormons. A few of you know what that is. If not, you should watch it. Help you understand. Well, can't say Meet the Mormons anymore. I don't know where they're gonna change it to, but it's Meet the Members of the Church or something. I don't know. It was pretty good. So we tried visiting this like apartment complex because we know a couple people live there that we haven't had contact with in a while, even before I got here. So swung by them. Tried stopping one house. No, the person wasn't home. That person wasn't home, but we gave the person who answered a card to give it to him, and then we left. We started leaving, and we saw this group of three started walking to the car. So we talked with them, and they invited us back. So that's pretty cool. And then after that, we drove up all the way to Gary's, and we helped them out in the field with beans. Yeah, beans, cotton beans. Putting it in the 18-wheeler. Nature stuff. Driving around some of the parts was pretty nice. That's for sure. We did that all. Did like for most of the day, and then for the last bit of the day, we had dinner with Gary, and talked about all this big list of people that we wanted to know about for a little bit. So like, okay, and he gave us all the information for that. And then Friday we did the animal shelter. Then that was pretty good. And then I finished off Meet the Mormons Friday, and then after all that we had lunch, and then we did weekly planning. Figured out a couple things, what needed to happen and all that. Had dinner at a member's house, a less active member's house. Then we came back and did more weekly planning. And we've been reading this thing lately called Riccardi's Letter. It's about a guy who had his experience with this really outstanding missionary and his lessons that he learned. So we've been reading that. And also Thursday I got an email from my mom saying, oh yeah, you got a special package coming, be careful, it's fragile. And I'm like, okay. Friday, so when I knew he was supposed to be around, so I got there, so I got the package, and I'm like, okay, it's a decent size. This big box. And I'm like, okay. So opening it up, kind of hurt myself in the process, but it's fine. And then I went through. It was like, what the heck? So I threw out this extra wrapping, and I got this big wrapping, and I opened it up, and I see tinfoil, and I'm like, what the heck? And then it clicked. A certain smell came to me, and I'm like, no way. So I opened it up, and cinnamon rolls. My mom sent me cinnamon rolls, and I ended up crying for 5 minutes because I missed the smell, and it was great. Emotions, man. But then Saturday and Sunday, because I'm going to put that all together, because General Conference just, as I said before, wrecked us. So Saturday we were with the Morrisons, watching it with also a active sister, and then Sunday we were at Maki's, as we call her. Saturdays when the 2-hour church was announced, that was pretty interesting. I think that actually would be pretty good, how that's going to work. And then Sunday, the 12 temples announcement really was surprising to me, because he was talking, the prophet, President Nelson was talking, and he's like, yada 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 about 2 hour church, yada 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 about this, and then he starts talking about temples. I was like, all right, he's gonna announce temples. How many? Then he's like, please to announce 12 new temples. I was like, are you out of your mind? And then he starts naming off these. It's like, oh dang. And then he said Wasatch County, and I'm like, really? And then the face after the map disappeared, you could see his face, and he's like, yep. Just the face really just, ooh, that was good. That was good. So Saturday after conference, we tried visiting people. They weren't home until we got into this. So there's this house that a lot of the members haven't been able to get to, and we knocked and we actually got in. And so we had a really good conversation with them, actually, get to know them a little bit, and they seemed interested on this event that's going on down in this place called Waudoxy, and so that was exciting. And then there's this truck that kept passing by a couple of times, and we were wondering what the heck it was. But then after we were leaving, we were heading back home, and we got a text from a member of the bishopric named Gary, and he's like, my hat's off to you young man. I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure I know what it is, and we called him up. He's like, so what's the occasion? And he's like, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, you were the one driving by a couple times. He's like, yep. So he knew we were there because he saw our truck. He knows our truck pretty well. So also Saturday, airplane and German Shepherd, Uchtdorf. That's all I gotta say. And this past Saturday and Sunday, all the talks that were given, me and the Brinkerhoff that have this thing called hammers. It's like whenever something was well said and was needed for a certain thing in our area, or for anything, we say the hammer was dropped, and let's just say a lot of the hammers were dropped pretty hard. And they were big hammers too. How big were they to you?
About the size of a sledgehammer.
About the size of a sledgehammer. Yep, they were pretty strong hammers. And then Sunday after conference, we planned to meet with Mike today. Couldn't visit Georgia because it was her dad's birthday, and then we didn't know what to do. Prayed and we're like, okay, what do we need to do? And then we were like, anything's good. So we're like, let's just go to Roswell's and talk about all this stuff. And so we were looking at the map. We're like, okay, how about this? We found this road system that led to his house, and it took a lot of back roads. And so we took a scenic route to Brother Roswell's, and that was pretty cool. I wanna take that route again for when I come home on my mission and come back here to visit. I really want to take this route. I want to show my future wife and whoever is with me how much of a good kick I can get out of scenic stuff. Also the stars in the sky up here, just so amazing. And yeah, just I guess the moral for this week is just from what conference said, just forgive others, accept others for who they are, and yeah, looks like I actually did a little better with time today. Hallelujah. Oh yeah, gotta go have fun with P-Day now. Love y'all. See you next time.